Hey, welcome back everybody. Sign here again with another episode of my Neotech playthrough. And yeah, we're moving into a new base here. Not particularly happy with how it looks, but you know, it'll work for now. Yeah, just yet another temporary base. But at least this time my stuff's not going to be all out in the open. Problem I'm having is I want like a slab roof, just a flat, slab roof kind of like that one, but I don't we're not there's a lot of slabs, true, but not compared to the sheer amount of blocks that are in this game. So it's just one of those like probably just go with polished deep slate eventually. But yeah, I went ahead and cut back into the hillside a bit, just because, well, everything here is sloped. That's the main reason. Did this paperbark tree ever do anything? No, it's still at 0%. Okay. Pigs are doing quite well. But we're going to need to start moving machines here soon. Are you still cooking? Wow, you are so slow. Yeah, this bronze furnace is really not the greatest. I do have steel upgrade kits, though, and that'll help quite a bit. But we're going to have to move these machines, and I want to get a few more set up as well. I've got a bit of a basement started down here. I figured this will work good for ore processing. Also, we have elevator blocks. And then I can, keep the actual crafting machines up here along with, storage and whatnot. My storage is so many. I have so much stuff, right? And stuff's just ending up everywhere. So I should probably look at what sophisticated storage. There's like no storage drawer mod in this pack. However, there are these the limited barrels. Let's see. They're kind of fun to look recipes up on too, actually. But like we have your regular barrel here, which is going to require a decent amount of redstone, which I actually have a good amount of now. Then we have our limited barrels, which I'm guessing this acts like a drawer. So one slot, 32 times base stack modifier. So yeah, it's a drawer. And then there's limited barrel 2. There's a limited barrel 3. This has 3 slots. And I'm not sure if that acts like a compacting drawer or not. And then there is somewhere in here, limited barrel 4. Which doesn't seem to have a recipe. Okay. Well, that's a shame. But I figured I would line this area here with barrels. And then that way, we get processing done. It's just a quick hop up the elevator, drop stuff off. Also, if I want to pipe things into storage, then it just gets that much easier. Isn't there... Yeah, storage controller. Not bad. Okay, analog circuit. So this isn't something we can make yet, but it doesn't really appear to be that far off. I need the wire mill and I need to make rubber, which apparently, if I can get this guy, which it doesn't really mention his... Oh, that is weird. All the villagers on the screen are turning to look at my mouse. It doesn't really show his crafting station stuff, right? All right. Oh yeah. And then I have that. That is really weird. Why is it showing all sorts of weird items when I look at that gravel? And it's not stuff I have on me. I think that might be... Okay. And nope, now it's not doing any. That is really strange. It's the last inventory I opened, maybe? It is. Last inventory I open is displayed whenever I look at this type of gravel. We need the brush, right? This guy, that is a feather, copper, and a stick. I have a feather. Nice. But I have never done anything with fossil stuff yet. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. And now it's just regular gravel. Okay, and what did I get? I got a plenty pottery shard. Do I have... Yeah, I still have my treated wood on me. Okay. Part of the reason for treated wood is I like how it looks, and I needed a way to use up some creosote oil. So I got a lot of it. All right, well, you need to get that processed again. Right, and then coal dust I can run through the compressor to make into coal. Okay. Making sure before I, did too much more of that. Thought I had copper. I might have it in here. Oh, I do have another 10 ore. Yep, there's my copper. That's just incidental stuff that I dug up while I was clearing this area out. All right, so I think I've got my 2 lines set up right now. This is going to be for raw ore. Right, so ore goes into here, macerated furnace, and then it'll end up here. This is for dust, or, gem blocks, redstone, diamond, emerald. Oh, redstone's going to be a pain still. Yeah. I'm going to have to get another thing figured out for that. Because you just macerate this to give us the redstone dust. You don't have to compress or anything else afterwards. So it means I actually need this macerator to also output to here. I haven't really set up any filters yet, so it's going to require me actually having ores. And yeah, redstone drops itself, so. All right, so that should be fine. But yeah, ore will go into the first macerator, and either gets turned into, like, say, raw ore, like in the case of iron. Run that through a macerator. It turns into 3 raw iron chunks, which we then will have to process in a macerator again, and then that can go through and get turned into ingot in the furnace, which is this guy here. And then I have extracting for all that ending up over here. So the first thing I need to do, though, is like so. Oh, I don't think I pointed out, I have pumps behind. And yeah, I just realized something as well. I don't have these steam pumps here hooked up to... I can't even get to it. Break that out. Actually, here, right? Yeah, now I can connect this pipe here. There it goes, and now it's pushing steam. There we are. There we go, and then I'm going to have to do the same over here. Need to somehow... I knew that was going to happen. I don't know why I did that. That's item pipe. I need fluid pipe. Right. Okay. It at least remembered what happened, or how it was... No, it didn't. Ugh. There's that. Trying to configure these pipes because they don't automatically connect in a tight space is kind of sort of annoying. We should see steam leaving here soon. It went into the other machines already, didn't it? Who knows? Well, this one's working fine, right? Oh, yeah. There it goes. And now this pump back here is working, so you should be filling up with water. Yep, there it goes. There. Get all that somewhat filled in. I'm really missing right now the Yet a Wrench functionality where you could look at a pipe, shift, left click, and it would bring up the filters for that area, or for that the block that those pipes were hooked into. All right, so I probably should not build this in yet because I need to be able to move around. You can go into here, right? And this is an empty filter right now because I don't want to mess it up. This will eventually be a whitelist or empty blacklist. But I'm going to need you guys to, okay, you need to be just on a pure extract filter. These two are on a pure insert. Okay. Go here, we have our raw tin, very good. Whitelist. You actually need to be insert. And see, now it's no longer connected. There we go. Now you can have that, right? Then you will go into here. So if I was to grab another raw tin, or tin ore, and drop you into here, and then furnace goes here, you can whitelist tin dust. At least they come with a good size filter. Right, are you going to extract now? You don't actually have an extract yet, do you? No, I did have it right the first time. I'm going to have you extract this as well. Right. We should have 4 ingots in here. Okay, so at least the pipes are somewhat working. The in-out configuration on that one is going to be a little bit weird. I'm going to have 2 entries per ore. I hope it doesn't mess things up. They don't seem to be able to pull from the input slot on the machines itself. Let's put our insert priority like way up. And extract is fine, I guess. See how there's 10 in here though, and it's not moving? I thought I set you up. Oh, this was eventually going to be a what? Empty. Yeah, let's just go ahead and set that to empty blacklist. There it goes. Should be fine for now. But one of the downsides is now I need a whole bunch of ore because, well, let me check, right? If I was to go here and search raw, no, not this one, this one. Can I move? Oh, I can dummy things in. Okay, great. Okay. And now I need dust. Right, like, you know, redstone crushed dust, quartz crushed dust. Manganese I haven't even found yet, so I'm not going to worry about that. Lapis I have found. Salt I haven't processed at all ever, so. Diamond, emerald. Chromium I have no idea on. Bauxite. Bauxite's a little interesting, so I'm not too worried about it. And because we're going to be outputting redstone, we need to have your redstone there. Bartered from piglins. Okay, cool. And this processes into what again? Not dust, it's... Oh no, it is dust, okay. There we go. Osmium dust. It's bronze. That's gold. There we go. Gold dust. Someone in here is iron. Nickel is going to be a thing as well, so I'll go ahead and get that in there now. Manganese. Iron. And copper, right? And this filter actually may not be big enough. Oh, yeah, I still need to do the raw stuff, don't I? List all this stuff because it's on the second page because of chipped. All right, antimony is a thing as well that I've been able to mine. For all that, yeah, my filter's not gonna be big enough. But any motor here, okay. I'm gonna go mining and I want to check something out. So I grabbed a few ores and it is not smart enough really to do things like it should. If I can keep it populated, then it should be fine. But see, it's throwing like raw iron into here, and these machines aren't smart enough to only accept lock editing disabled. Okay, I have no idea on that one. They're not smart enough to only accept items that they actually can process. See, we ended up with iron dust in a compressor when there was already iron dust in here. So, yeah, that's... Hello, Thunder. All right, I think it's mostly solved. The thing is, these pipes are extremely stupid. I am really considering installing some other pipe mod just to deal with this. One thing I just noticed, they will backfeed on themselves if you're not careful. Yeah, it'll pull an item out and throw it back into the same inventory it pulled it out of. It's just, I have no idea why. But I think I've got this thing figured out now that I shouldn't have to worry about filter slots. You notice all the raw stuff is out of here. It's because the raw is going right from here into here. This one is not filtered because the stuff can only go from here to here. That's it, done. So that, fixed that bit. And then I've got everything filtered back here for, well, kind of. This is no longer filtered. And neither is this one. Actually, this should be redstone. Right, is it? Okay, it is not sending. Good. It's not pulling from the input slots anyway, it looks like. I had that happen before too. It's just like, I'm not sure if it actually pulled from the input slot or what, or if it just backfed. I just watched it happen over here where it was cooking iron for me, and then it pulled the last ingot out and shoved it right back into the furnace. So, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, currently processing all this stuff up. I had it really screw up and dump a bunch of raw dust into here at one point. So, yeah, you need to be really on the ball with the filtering of these pipes. One thing I could do is we'll set the insert priority to the highest over here just in case something like that happens again. Oh, that's probably not a good idea because it's going to pull. No, it should be fine because macerator is being pulled out by the backside here and pushed into the furnace, and then the furnace is pulled out the bottom and over to here. But ever since I placed this pipe down, it's had this weird little projection, and I'm thinking this is this little guy here that I can't get rid of without breaking the whole pipe. And then it shows it back up immediately whenever I do that. Is the reason why it backfed. Like it thinks there's some sort of phantom inventory here that I can't convince it there's not one. Yeah. So, but yeah, we are processing materials right now. I think I've got it ironed out. It's The only downside now is I need to have some sort of input. Now these things do have a auto eject, but they only eject out the backside, which is useless for how I have this set up. And even if I rotate the machine with the wrench, this port here in the back, which here, let's do that, turns orange whenever it's on auto eject, stays in the same location. You have to break and replace the machine. Which if I'd known that beforehand, I could have, done that. But by the time I realized it, there was just a bunch of stuff already piled up, and I didn't want to deal with it. And now I've got like almost 4 stacks of copper dust I have to manually process. We do have some gold here, or not gold. Gold is sitting in here. We have diamond, which I'm going to get it processing, but we've got a lot of everything else to work through as well because this stuff it's faster. It's still not that fast, so not much I can do about it though. But I have spent a bit too much time finagling with it. I've been populating drawers as I go. And I still have a bunch of stuff in here to sort out and whatnot. And seeing as I don't currently have the controller for this, I have to manually fill every drawer. Once I get this done, then it should be fine. Once I get the one magic piece. What the hell are you guys doing out in the water? God, the knockback in the water is pretty bad. Why are there no dolphins around? I can really use Dolphin's Grace right about now. Hey, and we have that again. I'll be fine as long as I don't go to the villages, though. Seriously, why were they out in the water like that? That was just weird. They could only spawn on, solid blocks. But I am going to go ahead and call this an episode because I have spent way too long on messing with this stuff, and I have other things to do today. So, thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until the next one, the sign signing out. Have fun.